Derp, 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 derp. There we go. Dunzo, dunzo. Oh. Dang it, you should have bought that. Oopsie. Oh my goodness. Tilray, wow. Look at that. Hmm. What's up, sweetheart? Oh, all right. Didn't beat it by much. Hey. Just me today, huh? All right. I guess you're a little early. What? I don't know who you are. What did I do wrong here? This is up. Yep, this is good. All right. Guess everybody's got somewhere else to be this Wednesday. So, well, folks, I want to get started here, but I'm not seeing anybody in the live stream. That might be my software. Someone's out there, make some noise. So, otherwise, I'll do a couple things here. Can't tease anybody with trivia today, huh? Oh, I wonder if it's snowing. It's snowing here. Is it snowing in Pueblo? Oh, hey, Blake. I thought I was going to talk to myself here today. Oh, yeah, you guys might get some snow in Pueblo too, huh? Oh, wait a minute. Something's going on with my bit rate here. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Actually, no, that'd be my upload speed. Should have nothing to do with it. Yes, but not on Mondays. The class is still a hybrid, so we'll be here on Mondays. But rumor has it that we're going to be allowed to come back next week. All right. And so what my plan is at the moment, they're supposed to make a determination either today or tomorrow. So watch your email because they'll tell us what they want to do soon. Hey, Morgan, how are you? All right, we got a couple folks here. So anyway, I thought something was going on with the live stream here, but seems to be okay. But anyway, yeah, next week they're supposed to let us come back. Now, this class is booked as a hybrid, all right? And so since it is a hybrid, we'll definitely meet online on Mondays, okay, here on YouTube, all the way to the end of the semester. And so if you just want to do that, that's absolutely fine, okay? So I'll keep going at the same pace that I'm at. And then on Wednesdays, I think I have this class booked in HSB 108, which is the Zoom room. And so Wednesday, for those of you who are on campus starting next week, again, if they actually say it's okay, I'll be there, all right? And you can zoom into that room and talk to me then. Or if you need help, the way that I've always done this class in the past is like I do the lectures on one day of the week, kind of like we've been doing here. And then on Wednesday, it's just work time. And so, or whatever the second day of the class is, so like this one. So I'll be in HSB 108. And if you need specific help with something, I will be there to help you with that, no matter where you are in the class. So if you're really far ahead and you're doing like hypothesis testing, I can do that with you. If you're still struggling with some of the oranges, I can help you with those. But we'll do that on Wednesday in the Zoom room. And it's not in a lab. So if you do decide to come to class, which again, not mandatory, but if you do decide to come to the in-person sessions on Wednesday, bring a laptop. All right, you're going to need it. If you don't have a laptop, my first question would be why? And then I guess my second suggestion at that point in time would be let me know and I can bring the laptop cart down. If it's still functional and stuff. I mean, I know they're switching to Windows 10 finally this weekend, so I'm not sure if that'll be up. But if you have your own laptop, notebook, MacBook, whatever, just bring it. And I'll help you with whatever you're working on in Alex. But again, just understand, I've got the class booked and set up as a hybrid for a reason, because I thought this spring might be kind of funky. And so if you're perfectly at home doing this stuff at home and then meeting up with me here on Mondays on the YouTube, that's fine. You can just do that the entire rest of the semester, not even worry about Wednesday. But if you do need some help, or if you want some face-to-face time, it's always good. If you need that you come in. But again, if you're fine, you're fine. This class is like, I've been teaching it this way for a couple of years, and like I said, I try and keep it optional. So I will, once I get official word, I'll post something up there in the Blackboard announcements, and we'll just go from there. But just know that if you want to just do it the way that we've been doing it now, that's absolutely fine. So just understand that Mondays it will be our trivia day and stuff, and be here with me on the YouTube. Yeah, that's fine. And if you need some FaceTime, or if you're jammed up, yeah, come in, or Zoom in. On Wednesdays, and again, that's if they let us do that. So stand by. But I guess like the short answer of that, the short version of that very long answer is, Blake, you don't have to. Okay, so I'm not going to make anybody come in on Wednesdays, but it'll be available if we're allowed. Okay. And like I said, I'll post more on that once we get clarification. I'm kind of halfway expecting to get an email on it today. I'm not going to open up my email here and dox myself. So, but at the same point in time, just stay tuned. All right. Hope that's clear as mud. All right, what's our trivia topic today? So someone put in a suggestion there. A couple of you are in both classes, and so I know a couple of you just got to suffer through Masters of the Universe in the previous class. So let's do something different, all right? Because that was really, really kind of off the wall, but that's okay. Come on, get rid of that. There we go. All right, so today, again, if you have any topics you want me to cover, anything, just post it in there. I will be happy to go over it again. Or if it's down the road and you don't think that we're, if the pace is a little bit slow here for you, that's fine. I'll cover anything that's further down the road as well. I only want to do a couple of the reds myself today, because next week we will push into some of the more difficult ones. With that being said, there was one red that I covered after the live stream last week based upon a question, so I want to do that one here. Colorado trivia. That one's pretty good. Yeah, okay. Shoot, I might even do that one off the top of my head, so we'll just have to see. So, yeah. Yeah, we can do Colorado trivia. I like that one. So for free quizzes today. Oh, and if you're not getting the trivia questions, just make sure that you're going through and knocking out the quizzes. I was looking at that the other day because I did update Starfish last night. So if you're doing well in the class, you got a yay, satisfactory. I can't remember if the status is like A and then B, C, and then D, and then F. There's only a couple of people I pinged on there, and so if you're one of those and I pinged you, yeah, get going. If you didn't get one of those, then you're doing great, so just keep up with it. All right? And that will, hopefully we can keep everybody on track here, but most folks look pretty good, so don't worry about it too much. Just make sure that your pie kind of looks like this one, all right? So maybe not these blues and these purples here and stuff, but, make sure that you're crushing this guy out, because I'm already past this stuff here, all right? And so if you're still a little bit behind on the descriptives here, definitely do some of those, all right? I want to see everybody knock these out this week, but I know some people, this is the point in time in the year where they disengage with the course, and so this might not be accurate of where you should be. But if you're keeping pace with me, let's go take a look at mine here real quick. And then that'll give you a better idea of kind of where I want you to be. And so ideally, I'd like to see you pushing into the reds, which is where I'm at. See, I'm getting in the reds. I got a couple of these that I jacked up the other day thanks to, me trying to rush through the knowledge check there. But that's okay. Let's do some reds here today. And so the one that I wanted to go back and do, or maybe I knocked it out, but just to show it to you, was the next one off combinations, permutations, the multiplication principle for counting. This one's easy, but the tricky part to it is determining whether or not it's asking you about a combination or a permutation. And then the rest of it is just actually multiplying your answers together to get the final answer. So I did a couple of these the other day after the live stream. I'm going to do one here real quick, just kind of show you how it works, because that's going to knock this one out for me. But once you do factorials and then combinations and permutations using that website that I showed you, or doing it, with the Alex calculator, which is a pain. All right, so just use the website. This is the next one that unlocks, and so after you do those two, just knock this one out real quick, because it'll be right on the top of your memory, so to speak. So, but like this one, a catering service offers 7 appetizers, 5 main courses, and 10 desserts. A customer is to select 4 appetizers, 3 main courses, and 5 desserts for a banquet. In how many ways can this be done? Now, the multiplication principle just basically states that when we have multiple combinations or permutations, we can multiply those together when it involves multiple categories. And that's all that this multiplication principle is. It's really easy. Okay, and so this one here is a combination, because remember, the difference between a combination and a permutation is in a permutation, slight change in the formula, but the only difference is that in a permutation, the order in which you choose things actually matters. And so with a combination, it's, out of so many, and then you can actually pick the same one over again. With a permutation, not so much. It's the order that matters. And so remember, it should be called a permutation lock, not a combination lock. All right? And so this one's pretty straightforward. We're just going to head over to our website here. So go over to course modules. Module 2, probability. Here's our combinations and permutations calculator. Take us over here to calculator soup. And so we have the 2 different ones. This one here, this is a combination because the order of these doesn't matter. So it's not like I have a primary and an alternate, or it's not like a serial number. It doesn't matter, okay? There's a couple questions like this where it asks you this. There's other ones where it asks you like pizza toppings and stuff like that. Those are all combinations. If it asks you serial numbers or committee assignments or something like that, that's a permutation. That's the little hack right there. And so anyway, so here we go. So this first one, combination, I have 7 of 7, pick 4. And so I always open up the Alex calculator here and go over to this. So the first one is 7, choose 4. There we go. To get it right. And so that's 840. So I head back over here, 840, and we're going to multiply that by the next one, which is of 5, choose 3. And so back to the calculator. Of 5, choose 3. Calculate, and that's 60. So go back over here. The next number is going to be 60. And the last one's of 10, choose 5. Or, yeah, of 10, choose 5. And so of 10, choose 5. On which one, Guts? This problem here? So just clarify. Sorry, I didn't see that there real quick. Calculate, and that's, oh my God, of 10, choose 5. Yeah, well, that makes sense. The more that you have in the set, the higher this answer is going to be. So 30,240. So, wow, this is going to be a huge number. 30,240. Bam. Is that right? Of 10, choose 5. Yeah, I guess so. Let me just double check that. Okay, yeah, all right. So let's see. So every now and then you get one of these really weird ones. 1, 2, 3 zeros. Let's check it. I might jack this one up. Nah, I got it wrong. Let's try it again here real quick, because I might have had an extra 0 in there somewhere. But that's okay. It'll give us an opportunity to do another one. And maybe, oh, you know what? I'm on the permutations calculator, dum-dum. So, this is a combination, so let's do a combination. Yeah, that's okay. So that's one thing you definitely got to check. So this first one, of 7, choose 4. So let's try this again. Of 7, choose 4. Calculate, and that's 35. All right, this is looking better already. And then of 5, choose 3. And so of 5, choose 3. Calculate. And that's 10. All right. Yeah, we're doing it right now. And then this last one, of 10, choose 5. So of 10, choose 5. Calculate. There we go, 252. So 252. So multiply all those together. That's probably more right. If you get something really weird like this, yes, sometimes it's correct. They're just kind of rare. So, and again, this one was a combination, not a permutation. So make sure you're using the right calculator. There we go. All right, let's do one more here real quick. A committee. So this one says a committee. So I can tell you just from experience, this one's a permutation right off the bat. 4 faculty members and 5 students. Every committee position has the same duties and voting rights. Oh no, this one is a combination because we're going to pick so many people on a committee, but the order doesn't matter. So it's not like there's a primary and secondary. If it said that, then it would be a permutation. Okay. 12 faculty members and 14 students. Okay. And so we're going to choose 4 out of 12. So of 12, choose 4. Let's do that one first. Of 12, choose 4. Calculate. 495 combinations there. And then of 14, choose 5. Of 14, choose 5. Calculate. And that's 2002. So 2002. So yeah, this one's going to be pretty high, but I bet you this one's right. 990,990. Check. Yep, got it. So yeah, sometimes you do get those ones that are way out there like that. Now just remember, if it was a permutation, use the permutation calculator, which is gosh dang it, there used to be a link to it on. Maybe if you just click discrete math. Yeah, okay, if you click this link here, discrete math, it'll help you navigate between the two. Just remember that the only difference between these is just a slight difference in the formula. Okay, so now you can do the formula, but just use the calculator. So every calculator, every stats calculator would have this function in it. All right, so hope that helps. All right, next. Continue my path. Hope that helped there, Guts. So... The difference between combinations and permutations. Permutations, the order in which you pick things matters. Okay, so like a serial number. Okay, where like you don't want any repeats in it or things like that. The best way to remember it is that like a combination log should not be called a combination log. It should be called a permutation log because the order in which you put the numbers matters. And so anything where the order matters, that's a permutation. If the order doesn't matter, then it's a combination. So like a pizza. So I want 3 different toppings on a pizza. They let me choose out of 10. It doesn't matter if I put pepperoni on it first, right? Okay, so that's a combination, all right? It's still going to be a pepperoni, green onions, and sausage pizza, okay? Regardless of what the order is. A permutation, the order does matter. So like when you enter like the numbers on your combination lock, the order matters, so it should really be called a permutation lock. That's the only difference between the two. And then of course that slight little change in the formula, but just use the calculator. Okay, it'll help you with that. All right. And so the ones where it's saying like it's like a committee selection where you have a primary and an alternate, the order matters. Or like if you're looking for your top 5 salespeople in a department of 50, okay, well the top one is going to be the one with the most sales. The next one is going to be the one with the second most sales, and so the order in that case matters. Make sense? So I know sometimes it's a little hard to wrap your mind around that because of the way they state some of the problems. But understand that that problem that I just did is the only one where it's going to mix those two things up. Otherwise, you'll always know. Okay, it'll say up here. The only exception to that is when you do the chapter 5 quiz, which is why that makes a good one for us to actually do. For you to burn any trivia points on. Oh, speaking of trivia, I guess it's time. All right, so we said what Colorado trivia today. Let me just do this. What year was in what year did Colorado become a state? There you go. That's an easy one. So in what year did Colorado become a state? All right, good. I hope so, Guts. So it's not too bad. So, but just practice them. You'll learn to recognize them. So which one's which? No, it's not 1820. It's not 1820. Nope. Yes, good job, Blake. It's 1876. And so the reason for that, of course, being Colorado's motto is the Centennial State. And it was the state, yep, you're right too, Matt, but Blake beat you to it. It's the Centennial State because it was admitted to the Union 100 years after the Declaration of Independence. So that's why we have the Centennial State. All right, good. All right, let's do a couple of these pesky reds in here. So let's see. This one's really easy. All right, probability involving two rolls of a die. And it's only easy because I made it easy for you. Other than that, it is not fun. So here we go. Click on this, and we're going to get our probabilities of two die. Now, if this was a pen and paper class, we would print this thing out here, okay? Because this is all the combinations possible on two dies or number cubes, depending on which problem you're talking about here. Since I got Monday, I don't know what that means, but that's okay. So you guys sort that out. But we would give you a sheet on this one, and you just cross each one of these out and then calculate up how many different combinations there are. So the sum is greater than 9. And so you go down here and take a look. Okay, so here's my first where I get 9, all right? And this one's 9, all right? So greater than 9 would be this one, this one, this one, and then you X all these out here. Okay, and so you could actually figure that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 36, or 1 out of 6. And so these are really easy to do if you have like a little graph like this. If you don't have this and you can't just X these off of here, then they suck, okay? Because you have to sit there and think about it. It's like, all right. So, but I made these a lot easier for you, and I'll show you how. And then you have to figure that out as a probability. So you'd have to take 1, divide it by 6. All right, so 6 out of 36. And, well, okay, so you could divide 6 into 36 and get the answer there and round it to a probability as expressed as a decimal, okay? And so here we go. Let me show you the fast way to do these. Is to look at the problem and ignore all this stuff up here and then go over to Module 2 Probability and check this guy out. Click on this die rolling probability calculator because I found one of these online too. This is on Math Celebrity, which is a site some of you might be familiar with. But this one will actually do the problem for you and count all these out and then spit out the probability as a percent down here. And so you can just take this and slap it right in there. This site does have pop-ups, so I apologize if the stream quality goes down here for a second. All right, but let me show you how this works real fast. All right, so event A, the sum is greater than 8. So go over to your die rolling calculator, and over here, it gives you, it's kind of a weird site, but all the answers that you need are in here. So the sum of the two dice that you rolled is greater than 8. Click on this and it'll recalculate the site. And then our answer is down here, 27.78. And so that rounds to .28, which is what they want, 2 decimal places, so .28. That easy, okay? Now, you might learn, wow, that's a cheater site. No, it's the same as if you were doing it with the scratch sheet, so I'm fine with you using it. The sum is divisible by 4 or 6 or both. And so go back over here, and then you just say, sum of your two right is divisible by... So, and then in this one, you have to do 4, 6, like that, and then click this button, divisible by, and then it'll give you your answer down here. So 38.89, so that's .39. I hope this site rounds right. Yep. Ta-da! So there you go. Oh, yeah, it's Alex going to yell at me on this one again here. Boo. All right, so an ordinary fair die, number cube, blah, blah, blah. Sum is greater than 7, so let's go back over here. Sum is greater than 7. I can just click on this link, and it'll give me the answer for that. 42, so 0.42. And not divisible by 5 and not divisible by 6. Not divisible by 5, 6. There's one problem in here that I think this site gets wrong, but I don't remember. 100% chance. Not divisible by 5 and not divisible. That doesn't sound right. Let's just try it. Check. No, okay, so that's the one it gets wrong. So just go, yeah, I'll just show you the explanation on this one. So yeah, not divisible by 5, not divisible by 6. So I did find the one problem on here that Alex will throw at you, and that's that one. But if you actually take a look at the explanation on this one, it's all of them except for not divisible by 5 and 6. Sum is 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, or 11. So it would be 12 and 10 are the only ones that you cannot divide by 5 and 6. Not divisible by 5 and not divisible by 6. Those are the only ones that you can divide by 6. So yeah, it's just it's a little bit backwards on there. That's okay. I remember that there was one problem on there that this site will not do, and that I would just happen to pull it today. So here we go. Let's try it again. Sum is greater than 6. And so greater than 6, that's that one right there. So 58. Oop. 0.58, and sum is an even number. This one's easy. It's half, right? Check. Okay. Next. Greater than 5. Greater than 5. 72. Odd number. There we go. So one more. See if I get that 5 and 6. No, I need divisible by 5 and greater than 9. So greater than 9 up here. 17%. And divisible by 5. Maybe these divisible ones are jacked up. So delete that out. And let's just do divisible by 5. Click. Shouldn't be very many of them. Yeah, so 19. So 0.19. Sounds right. Dunzo. All right, so you can murder that one off real fast. Just watch out for that one problem. And I think it's just a glitch on the site, so to tell you the truth. But if it says it's like 100% probability, I don't think Alex asks any problem like that in that die rolling one. Although Alex will make a liar out of me as soon as I turn my back on it. All right. Other topics that you jammed up on, throw them in there. Because like I said, I don't want to do too many of these today. To get too far ahead. Let's do this one. Calculating relative frequencies in a contingency table. This one's pretty easy. All right. So a contingency table just gives us counts, discrete counts amongst two different or multiple different categories over several different variables. Okay. And so, well, actually, so these technically would be variables up here and these here. Well, no, actually, these are multiple categories. That's right. I'm thinking of something else here. All right. So anyway, and all you have to do is use the total sum of the table and then determine what it's asking you on each one in order to actually come up with a decimalized probability or a percent. Okay, so yeah, that's right. This is called a two-way table. We'll do a lot of these in the future, especially when you get to things like chi-square, way down at the end of the class. It's very, very common in any kind of business analysis out there. All right, so anyway, here we go. Let's just dive in here. Sample of 237, so it gives you the sample size. That'll make this easier. Democrat, Republican, and Independent, huh? Oh, let's take a look at this. Yeah. Looks about right. They are classified according to on a bill, opposed, in favor of, indifferent to. Among all the response was the relative frequency of those who are independent and favor the bill. And so in this one, we were looking for people who are independent and in favor of, so that's just this one category here. Relative frequency is this divided by the total. Okay, so 35 divided by 237. And there we go. So we have our answer 0.15, 2 decimal places, 15. Check. Okay, that one's easy. All right, sometimes it just asks you, what's this single box? And just remember, take that, divide it by the total. That's your relative frequency on these. All right, so let's see. This one's a little bit more advanced. What is the relative frequency of people in the sample who place whose place of residence is rural. And so that's going to be everybody in this column divided by the total. Or, I mean, this row, because this is rural, so everybody in here divided by this, the total. And so we'll just take them, add them all together. 32 plus 16 plus 49 plus 20. Okay, 117 divided by the total, 379. Boom, there we go. 0.31. Check. Ta-da! 2 in a row. So yeah, this one's really, really easy once you realize what you're looking at. Sometimes it will ask you something either by row or by column, and sometimes it'll ask you just a specific box. Relative frequency of adults in the sample who registered to vote, so this row, and prefer to attain their information through internet sites. So it's just asking for this one box, registered, and want it through internet sites. So that's 25. 25 divided by whatever our total is, 317. So enter, there we go. So 0.08. Check. All right, piece cake. So go kill that one off real quick too. All right, so it will not take you much time. All right. Okay. I'm not getting any requests here, so we'll keep going on one more. Then we'll do a. Actually, screw it. Let's do another trivia question. Colorado trivia. What is? Oh, that's too easy. Oh, come on. All right, so you got to be fast on your fingers. And then what's Colorado's state flower? What's Colorado's state flower? Go for it. This one's easy. So if you've lived in the state for a while, what is Colorado's state flower? Go for it for free quiz. And I don't know who got the last one. I don't know. What are you guys arguing there? So, Lexi, you got it. It doesn't matter. You weren't involved in that, so it is the Columbine. Ian, you were right on her heels right there. So that's okay. She's eliminated for the next round. But yes, it is the Columbine. Which unfortunately has a different meaning after 1999. So, but at the same point in time, I think it was illegal to actually pick them in the state of Colorado. I don't know if that's actually still true. But of course, you only find them way, way up in the hills. Kind of like, what's the one in Germany? Is it Edelweiss? That's like that? Is it Alpine flowers? So, but yes, it is the Columbine. So they're very, very pretty. There's a cool place that I go to up behind Pikes Peak that's got tons of them at certain times of the year. It's awesome. All right, so let's. I'm down to only 3 probability ones here. The ones that you want to start poking into are these ones, independent and dependent events. That's probably a good discussion for next week. So let's do the Venn diagrams ones here. Just get you kind of like used to this one because this one does unlock a lot of the other ones out there. So here we go. Venn diagrams, 2 events. Oh, that's the one that I've got up. This one's easy. All you have to actually do is shade in these, but this one, oh yeah, that's true. There are license plates out there that have that on there, isn't there? Yeah. There's a ton of different vanity plates nowadays. So yeah, I've seen that one. I think my wife's got the animal shelter one, come to think of it. I haven't gotten the CSUP ones. I probably should. Nerd. So no, that I don't know about in Pueblo, but here in Colorado Springs, it's like every 3rd plate that you see is a DV plate anymore. So yeah, that wasn't true a couple of years ago, and that's unfortunate, but whatever. Anyway, so the thing about Venn diagrams is this is the problem where it introduces the concept of intersection and union. Okay, and this is going to be an important concept when we're talking about independent events. Okay, well, and actually mutually exclusive events as well when we get down to those. But just understand that independent events are 2 events that occur regardless of whether or not the other one occurs. And the union, okay, the intersection between those 2 is the probability that both of them occur. The union is one and the other both occurring, okay? So it is a little bit different. So we say B and C in this case, meaning both occur, and we shade all points that are common, which is just this piece in between the two. Whereas union, we say B or C, meaning that all of C can occur, regardless of what happens with B, or all of B can occur, regardless of what happens with C. And so we say B or C in this case, B and C. So and is intersection, or is union. Okay, union's easy to remember with the symbol because it's a U. Okay, so if it's not a U, it's an N without the little thingy on the end of it. It's an N, that's an intersection. Okay, so BNC intersection, union, BUC union. Okay, and then of course complement, so which just means the opposite of. Okay, so not B, okay, is delineated by this bar on top of it. So not B would be everything outside of B, and so it would be B, the chunk of C that is not shared, is not intersectional with B, and then everything on the outside. Okay, so this is a good one to do before you start doing too many of the other ones. Okay, because this one's fairly straightforward. Okay, so here we go. And you're going to use this little shader box here. So Venn diagram below, X and Y are events in the sample space. S is the large box. Indicate the event, not Y, union X, okay, by shading the appropriate regions. And so not Y would be everything outside of Y and X. So it'd be that right there, I think. So I'm going to jack these up. No, I got it wrong. It would be, hang on, that, right? Not Y with X. Check. Nope. Oh, wait a minute. It's not. Oh, there we go. I did have it right. Okay. The internet was chugging there a little bit. All right. So sometimes you just have to experiment with these a little bit. So not Y, everything outside of Y, but in union with X. So it would still include this piece right here as well. So meaning that X could still occur. Okay. So, and again, these are confusing, but just practice with them a lot. This is actually a really good review problem to do. Even after you crush it out, if you're getting jammed up on mutually exclusive and the independent event ones, this one does help. All right, so B intersection C by shading the appropriate. Remember, the intersection is just the chance that both of them occur. So there we go, right like that. Okay, no bars here. All right, so it's when you see bars up here that you might be doing stuff on the outside. Okay, next one, not P or union Q. And so that's this, all right? So, because remember, P and Q is the probability that P occurs, Q, probability that Q occurs, but not is everything else, okay? And so you see that long bar on there. It should be everything except for what's in the circles, okay? We should probably do a couple more of those just so that you kind of get the hang of it. So let's go do some review on that one because I did go through that one rather quickly there. Just kind of like show you all the different ones that you might see on that. But again, it is one of those things that once you get the idea behind it, it's not too bad. All right. And later on, when you do like independent events, the only way that I can do those without using the formulas is by actually drawing them out using this. All right. And it is definitely a pain in the butt. Indicate the event not X. And so X is everything in here. So that's not X and that's not X. Notice that the intersection here is still X. Okay. Let's do more. Here we go. P and Q is set to Q not P, and so that's everything outside. Long bar, everything outside. Of course, we can still have P, and we can still have Q. There we go. Oh, what did I do wrong? Oh, this is intersection, not intersection Q and P. So sneaky, sneaky. And so that's this and this, like that. All right. And so, of course, I was thinking this one's union. It's not union. It's intersection. And so that would just be this. And so it's everything outside of that. There we go. All right. So you got that one right. Let's see what else we got. Q union Y, or X and Y. And so that's this, this, and that. All right. So either one can occur with the union. All right. Let's do another one. So here we go. B union A, but not that. And so union A and B. So that would be both of them occurring. And so it would be everything outside of that. Check. I think we already got that one. Let's do another one. just to make sure that we get them all. This is the intersection, N intersection, so that's just the piece between the two. Check. Good. And I think we might have had them all now. Oh, here's one that's fancy. Not P, intersection Q. Not P. So not P. And then the intersection of Q, which would be that, like that, yes? So it could be Q, but not P. Right? Ah, boo! Not P. Everything outside of P. Intersection Q. Oh, no, it's got to be not P, so it'd be this one, too. Like that, right? Yes. Boo. Lame. So B and Q. Oh, okay, yeah, it's and. All right, got it. Or. So it'd be or Q, but not P. Oh, man, see, there's a gnarly one. Yeah, you're like, no, I got it wrong. You're right, man. So, that's okay. I jack them up too all the time. Not B. This one's easy. I can do that. Bam, bam. There we go. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I think that's enough of those. So, how many times am I allowed to make a fool of myself in one day? I don't know. So, that's up to you. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, that's fine, man. Yeah, no, it's baked in there just to keep the latency up because of my crappy DSL, um, which stinks because so I'm on CenturyLink, all right, because I refuse to do business with Comcast. Although I might actually have to suck it up and do it here soon, because their upload speeds are just amazing compared to what I've got. But like 2.5 blocks that way. They built a new subdivision like 3 years ago, and they have the gigabyte upload from CenturyLink. So literally, it is, but it like I said, I have problems on a moral level with Comcast, and this is coming from someone who was a Comcast customer for like at least a decade and a half. So. Yeah, I might suck it up. Yeah, no, I'm 6 on a good day. So, and if it's extra cold outside and if it's 2 o'clock in the morning. But this like I said, there's like CenturyLink has a box that's like 3 blocks that way that does have the gig upload. And unfortunately, it's past open space, and I don't think that they're actually going to ever link the two. Um, and so I might have to suck it up and do the Comcast thing. Although I don't have to like it. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Starlink will actually get up online in a year or two, and it won't be an issue. Maybe I'll just wait for that and just suffer with crappy uploads until then. But anyway, all right. More Colorado trivia. Let's do. Well, actually, yeah. Let me do one more here, then we'll do Colorado trivia. And if you have any requests for today, get them punched in because today's a pretty easy day. All right. So let's go back to my learn here and see what I've got unlocked now in the reds. I have had extreme difficulties in the past with their customer service department. So they have treated me rudely several times. They have consistently violated the windows in which they said they would be at my house to fix things, stuff like that. I went through a round of like, it took like 4 months at one point in time for me kicking modems back and forth between them to find one that didn't malfunction. And so, I mean, I've got a laundry list to tell you the truth. And then on top of that, they have this billing system that is very much so boiled the frog. All right. I'm watching my mom go through it right now. And anybody who picks on my mom money wise is instantaneously deserving of my ire. And they'll do this thing where, oh, well, you can start with this package for a little while, And then after a little while, all of a sudden you get a cable bill, and it's like, oh, whoa, what happened? I say, oh, well, this promotion expired, blah, 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 so, and then you have to go through their customer service hoops to actually get it rolled back. I don't think they lie about prices. They just don't fully disclose. All right. So they say this is an introductory price for a little while. Okay. With this service package or something like that, or it's eligible for new members only. This is the thing that they do a lot, is they say, okay, so you're a new subscriber, and so for a year you get this introductory price, and then all of a sudden it's like boiling the frog. It's like, oh, ha, it's actually more expensive now, and you didn't notice it in time, so now we're going to bill you for this. And then you call them up and they say, oh, well, I mean, sometimes they'll honor the original price, but then again, it'll only be for like 2 months. And then, yeah, boil the frog a little bit more. And so I don't like companies that do business that way. And so I think that if you need to rely on gimmicks like that in order to maintain your revenue stream, there's something a little bit sus about your business model. But don't get me started on it. I could rant on that for at least the next hour. But who knows? I don't know, man. Elon Musk, save us. Save us from terrestrial internet. So anyway, let's see. I don't know if I really want to do either one of these. So what kind of what topics are you guys working on? Who's got one? So throw it up there, and I'm gonna go research something here on because I'll do these next week. Or if there's something you need me to go back and cover again, if it's Chevy Chev or anything like that, let me know. All right, here in the comments real quick. Otherwise, I'm going to go find one more piece of Colorado trivia here. Let me find something a little bit more esoteric than those other ones. Oh, I got a good one. It's actually not. What city is home to the Air Force Academy? No, I'm not going to ask you that. Don't answer that. I'm not giving you credit for it. So, ooh, hard trivia, Colorado. Colorado hard trivia. Let's try that. Orange is out. Which one are you jammed up on? Let me know. So I will be happy to cover it for you. No, 9 News, I'm not clicking on your stupid website. So, let's see. What else you got? What city is the capital of Colorado? Yeah, okay. Derp. Let's see. Ooh, that one's really tough. That's silly. Why would anybody ask that? Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's a good one, actually. All right. So, means without calculation? Yeah, I can do that one for you here real quick in a minute, Blake. But if you're good on those, I'll give you one last question here. And some of you, like Colorado nerds, especially if you're outdoor nerds, you should know this one right off the top of your head. Yeah, no, I know which one you're talking about. But the question for the day, the last question for the day is, what is the highest peak in Colorado? Which mountain in Colorado? And it's one of the 14ers. How many of those we got? We got like 90 some of them. So, but which one is the highest in Colorado? Which mountain in Colorado is the highest? Go for it. Highest mountain in Colorado. Ah, good job, Guts. Yep, it's Mount Albert, which is also the easiest one to climb because you can drive to the top of it. Or no, maybe that's Evans. No, it's Albert. You can drive to the top of Albert if I'm not mistaken. So it's kind of like Pikes Peak. Did you climb Pikes Peak? No, I drove it. But yeah, it's Guts. You got it. It is Albert. Good job. Oh, wait a minute. Did you already get one today? No, I don't think you did. Yeah, okay. No, all right, cool. So, all right, we have our winners for the day. So, but Blake, let me go let me go cover this problem here for you. And if anybody else has got one, feel free to punch it in. I will stick around here for a few minutes, but other than that, you're off the hook for the day. So, and if you have any questions over the weekend, let me know regarding what's going on with the course and things like that. But at the same point in time, if you don't want to come to campus next week, understand I'm totally cool with that, and you'll be absolutely fine just meeting me here on the YouTubes. But we should get clarification on that here pretty soon. Exactly what's going on. Yeah, it is Albert that you can drive to the top to. Yeah, I don't think you can drive to the top of Evans, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't done very many 14ers in Colorado. I mean, I wouldn't do one now. I mean, I'd die of a heart attack. So, for sure. But, well, not Pikes Peak, but I did a couple of them. The one that honestly was the most fun was Long's Peak. That one was really fun up in Rocky Mountain. Really, really fun up in Rocky Mountain. Let's see. So, Blake, you wanted me to do comparing means without calculation. Okay. So yeah, this one it's tricky, but once you kind of like learn the hack behind it, it's actually really easy. Okay. So well, there's two hacks that you can do on this one. The first one is to add up all these boxes, all right, and then just calculate the mean for each one of these and put them in order, okay? So like this is a number line here. This represents a 1 on the number line, so you'd add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 9 plus 11, and then divide it by 9 because that's how many there are, okay? Now some of them have more boxes, well, actually, no, I think all of them have 9. All right, so, and then you would calculate the mean for this, and this, and this, and this, and then just put them in order down here. Or you can use the counting method, which starts from left to right, okay? Because lower numbers, okay, are going to have more boxes to the left-hand side than those that have a higher mean, which would have more boxes to the right-hand side. Because think about it, if I just take this one box here and move it up here, when I calculate that out, this 11 is now at 12, so the sum is greater, so divided by 9 would give me a higher mean, all right? So even one box moving one direction actually raises the mean for that individual problem. So the easy way to do these is just start counting boxes from left to right, okay? And so I can take a look at this one. This one's got a 1, 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 so those are all the same. This one's got a 2, this one does not have a 2, this one has a 2, and this one has a 2. So this one here has the highest mean out of all of these because it doesn't have a 2 dragging the mean down. Makes sense? And so now I have to just compare the remaining 3. All right, so I don't even have to count this one again. I know that one's highest. All right, and so now I look for the next highest one. This one has a 2. This one has 2 3s. This one has 1 2 3 3s, and this one has 1 2 3 3s. This one only has 2 3s, so this one is the next highest because both of these have more 3s dragging it down. Okay, so now I just have to compare between these two in order to figure out the last one. And so we got big gaps here, 4, 5, and 6, 4 and 5. This one has a 6, and so this one is actually the lowest mean here, okay, because it has a 6 dragging it down, where this one has a 7, and so of course that one would have a slightly higher mean. And so there we go. So, ta-da! All right, let's do another one here real quick. Oh, you can drive Evans. Oh, okay. Maybe it's Albert that you can't drive. I don't remember. Yeah, Evans is southwest. Well, actually, they're both in the same area, aren't they? Oh, you're going to make me look. Mount Albert. I know you can drive to the top of Mount Albert. Right? Climbing. Oh, no, actually, you can't drive that one. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I was thinking Evans. Albert is the highest. Albert's not that hard of a climb, if I recall, though, because I don't think I've done Albert. Which ones have I done? Evans and Massive. Yeah, come to think of it. which if I recall is right next to it. Anyway, neither here nor there. Sorry, Blake. It's a squirrel. All right, let me just do one more of these here so you kind of walk you through it real quick. All right, so let's find the one. Just starting from left to right. So no two, 1, 2, 3. This one's got a 3. This one's got a 3. This one does not have a 3, but this one does. So this one here is my highest. So because there's no 3 dragging it down. And so the next one that I want to look at is my 4s. 2 4s, 2 4s. This one only has 1 4. Okay, and so this one is the next highest. Okay, so now I just have to compare these two right here. 5 6, 5 6 are blank. This one has a 7, and so this one, A, is going to be my lowest because notice that C here has no 7. Okay, so check. Ta-da. All right. Let's do one more here real quick, just counting from left to right. 1 2, 1 2 is blank. 1 1. So both of these have 2s. So these are going to be my lowest ones. All right, right here. This one has a 3. This one does not have a 3. This one has a 4. So this one here is my highest. This one is my next. And now I just need to compare these two because they both, of course, have a 2. This one has a 5, and so D is lower, okay, than B because B does not have a 5. And so there we go. Check. I like that. Does that help? Hope so. So Albert wasn't bad. Pikes Peak, yeah, if you hike up it, yeah. So yeah, I hiked up it. Well, actually, I didn't go up Bar Trail. There's a trail that you can take that goes up the backside. If you go down by Cripple Creek, where there's a, if you go south of Divide, and then the highway splits off where on the left-hand side you go down to Victor, on the right-hand side goes into Cripple Creek. There's a trailhead right in that area. It's by that KOA right there. It used to be, oh man, this was like 20 years ago. I don't know if this is still true. So, but it used to be that there was actually a trail that you could take all the way up the backside of Pikes Peak to the summit up there. Beautiful trail. I mean, it's not like Bar Trail because you can't see the city and stuff, but you can see the collegiate peaks the entire time. And so it's really, really pretty. Yeah, no, I've never done Elbert. That is the highest one in Colorado. I've never, ever done it. The other one that is down there by Pueblo is Blanca Peak. That one's really pretty. That's a hike. Oh man, that one is a hike. I would definitely die on that trip now. All right, good. So hope that helps. Anybody else? Any other questions? Or Blake, sorry. I hope that helps on that one. But yeah, if there's any other questions, let me know. I'll stick around here for a couple minutes. Got another class here coming up. But that's all I got for you today, for those of you who are still here. But I'll just keep you posted on what's going on as far as any changes this weekend. But other than that, we'll see you on Mondays. So have a wonderful weekend. It's supposed to be a little bit warmer, so I hope you enjoy the weather, the heat wave, the 30-degree heat wave that we're gonna have. But yeah, just keep pacing these. Make sure like you're knocking out those oranges and stuff. And then as far as excuse me, as far as the class goes, yeah, just keep pace. You'll be just fine. So everybody's looking pretty good. So. All right, that's all I got for you. Like I said, I'll stick around here for another minute if you got a question or two on any other topics. Otherwise, we'll be back on Monday for independent events. Yay! Probably the least favorite part of the class for most people, including myself. So hope to see you then. Take care now. Bye. You too, Morgan. So thanks for being here. Easy breezy day today. You too, Lexi. Take care. Nice to see you. Be sure to email me. Let me know what you want. All right, 30-second warning. T minus 30 seconds. Ten seconds. And 4, 3, 2, 1. See ya. Have a good weekend.